committing themselves to civil rights, the new government.
The battle has ended. Good morning.
1969.
This Mary Chapter is not only a guide to those who lead our nation in government.
Notice, Lieutenant General Frederick Ekofo.
Public in an attempt to make scapegoats of Rawlings and his men.
For the first time in Ghana, a group of junior army officers had attempted to
Country. After 3 months, they handed over to a civilian government under Hilal Liman.
I will set the appropriate examples myself from France. B. Parliament is dissolved. C.
Error has come into being in this country. Supposed to be 24.
Of the free maternity care for our women. Late President knew numerous good job.
So welcome once again to United Cadres for TV. The TV is channel of the only recognized cadet organization in Ghana. And tonight we've had a very successful training program for young cadets from across the country. And we have sat here to just try and bring out some of the things we learned and some of the solutions we learned to some of the problems we have been facing in our regions, in our areas of operations, and how we are going to apply the solutions we have learned in our areas. I welcome you here once again, and one of our brothers from the regions is with me here. Now he will introduce himself and then tell us some of the things that we have gone through and then how beneficial that is going to be for us. So welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, can you please introduce yourself and then tell us where you're coming from and maybe some of the things you do.
Thank you very much. My name is Musah, representing the Savannah region as the Cadres of Young Cadres. I come from the south of the south. But I've been privileged to be here for me to come and learn a lot when it comes to the Young Cadres. Today's theme is building effective leadership capacity for young cadres. In this program, we have a lot of reports, a lot of learning. We, the cadres, have been taught or been educated to have fixed in their leadership and as cadres, we must remain resilient and committed to our ideologies, which I would say we need to have patience, we need to be committed, we need to be very active, and we need to be involved in all activities to make sure that we are always part and parcel of the ruling and to support them in whatever situation faces. But a lot has been taught, which reminds us of the beginning of either the days of the farmers, the resources in peace. And we are asked to remain committed against the which for me, I said, it's more or less a reminder this time. The education has been very well. But the cadres, we had a lot of challenges. Our various conspiracy regional levels. And a lot has been said about them, which some proposals to the solutions are actually there. For example, stated, we've always been called and we've always committed when it comes to fighting for the NDC as part. And we are resolute and we remain committed to it. And sometimes we face a lot of challenges. One of the challenges is that, especially when we get back to the constituency, the recognition of young cadres, cadres in general hasn't been so much well as we expected it to be, especially whenever the ruling government is in power. In most of the time, when they are not in power, they are not very, and that is no doubt about it. Cadres are very good in organization at the grassroots. So some of this we see as problems and challenges, also challenging to the leadership. We'll see how people will be able to help solve those problems.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And we have always been talking about suspicion between people who call themselves NDC supporters or NDC people and cadres. Because the present day politics, if anybody comes to your politics, that means it's coming to take your, it becomes a threat to your position. Because you fight for party positions and MP is a threat from municipal chief executive, municipal chief executive is a threat from his party executives, and on the threat line is a line of suspicion goes. In the same way, NEC faithfuls also look upon cadres who tend to be more experienced than them as being a threat to their stand. Can you tell us a little bit about some experiences in your area and some of the solutions you can say you have gained from what you have learned today that you can use in this context?
Honestly, yes. Whenever you see cadres actively involved in politics today, those in quotes who think they are the NDC candidates, they feel threatened. They see the presence of the cadres, they feel threatened. Whatever reason, only they can explain. For instance, anytime a cadre is involved in any of the nominations for leadership when it comes to NDC, they treat you as if you're not one of them. Why the reason so downfall? So in the presence of cadres, I don't know, but for me it's ignorance. The MPs feel threatened, the DCs or MCA, they all feel threatened. For fear that when you allow a cadre closer to you, they'll take up a position. Well, I don't blame them if they feel threatened. But the fact is that cadres are grassroots. So I blame them and do their fear. But I say it would have been easy and fun if it's rather accommodate the cadres. Because cadres are not there to topple them. We are there to help them. We are there to help them solve solutions. But if the mass feel that as a cadre, you are capable and you can fit in a particular position, I don't see anything wrong with that. So for me, the leadership need to meet that of the NDC. I don't know what it is or whatever they call themselves. The cadre leadership need to meet them to let them understand that the presence of cadres shouldn't be attractive. Because we are foot students, we are committed to the technologies, and we are always ready to go wherever it takes us, making sure that the government or the NDC wins. And also, if the DC or the MP, they are equally ready to make sure that to succeed whatever they are doing. But they should not be seen as a situation. But that one is fun. Wherever they see cadres, they feel threatened.
Yeah, so you also heard some of the experiences of the more senior people. They share with us that some people just maybe exhibit such fears only to turn out later to confess that, oh, they were wrong. See, because the commitment of leadership is a bit on the all-out selfless service. We are for the success of nothing of the party. But we give some advice, pieces of advice to you. Can you report some of them and how you can apply them?
Yes. For instance, states we are supposed to have patience. and we are supposed to make sure that whatever implementation that they will be posting on the parents, we should still remain resolute. And if we have the opportunity, we should explain to them, let them understand that we are not here to compete with them. Neither are we here to topple them. No. We are only there to support them, to make sure that they succeed in whatever they do.
Yeah. And we have also heard of commitment to the objectives that our government have now. What do you say to that? Because we have only begun. We have only chalked one year milestone. But our government has done a lot. But in order to make sure that NDC stays in power for decades, I believe we have to open the gap of achievement so widely that the entire Ghanaian population will recognize that, yes, they put their trust in the right people. What advice would you put on the table for the collaboration between leadership and party people? Because already people are starting to need jobs, we need jobs. Even though the jobs are being created, let me give us some brief advice before we end.
Yes, that is true. You see, in this program, capacity adjustment, we are supposed to go out there, educate the members, the youth in particular, to make sure that they take advantage of the government flagship programs. We need to convince them to register in groups and then to support and help them make sure that they get part of those programs. For example, we have the coach and so many other people. As leaders or people who believe in the grassroots, I think it is our responsibility to get involved. And we are, for me, I'm pleading to the party, MCs, MPs, to give us that opportunity. So when we come in there with our registered group, they should see us, recognize us, and give us that opportunity so that we'll bring on board the youth. Because those are other jobs. If you get involved in the government flagship program, for example, and I'm able to organize a lot of the youth as a group to get their part, I believe they will seriously engage in that program, which will eventually take their money. It's a job. Yeah. And that is not the only one. That's there are a lot of government flagship. The ruling government, for that matter, should engage us. They should involve us. They should give us opportunity. Just like the way we go out there when it's political time to interact with the industry, if they equally do same now, we'll be able to extend those flagship programs into the grassroots, making sure that everybody gets engaged.
Yeah. The fact is cool. Comrade from Savannah. Can you tell us your name again? Musah. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much that you are committed. Thank you that you are still fighting forward to win the war of development for Ghana through comradeship and cadres. Thank you and see you soon in another training program.
Thank you very much.
Yes, bye.
Grateful.
Committing themselves to civil rights, the new government.
The battle has ended.
Good morning.
1969.
This Mary Charter is not only a guide to those who lead our nation in government.
On notice, Lieutenant General Joro Ekufu.
Public in an attempt to make scapegoats of Rawlings and his men.
For the first time in Ghana, a group of junior army officers had attempted to
Country. After 3 months, they handed over to a civilian government under Hilal Liman.
I will set the appropriate examples myself from past. B. Parliament is dissolved. C.
Error has come into being in this country. Supposed to be 24.
Of the free maternity care for our women. Late President knew those would jack up.